3 or visit us at
Say hello into the microphone.
Hello.
Eurofit Auto Centres, the leading.
Seven. Hello there to everybody out there. Assalamu alaikum from Zahid Shah. As normal, I always start with Qul Sharif. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Hello and salam to all our listeners out there today. I'm very excited today. Normally, I'm not this excited, but I've got a very top guest with me here today, Shaftab Khalid. He's come all the way up from down south London to help me today with the show, and also to talk a little bit about his life as a father, as a husband, as a professional cricketer, as a top coach. I think he's a level 4. But I'll let him do all the introductions. Assalamu alaikum, Shaftab.
What sound that way?
You'll have to get close to the microphone. Just drag it towards you. Drag it towards you. Yeah. God, say
Yeah, what sounds that way?
Shaftab. Pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Actually,
That introduction on you, I think it was a little bit humble. I mean, give us a little bit more information to what I've just said. About your. How we've met is through cricket.
yeah, obviously.
So let's talk about your cricket journey as Shaftab Khalid, how you came into the game as a professional, what you achieved as a professional, and the wonderful work that you're doing as a coach. And tell us what you're doing and what you're up to.
Yeah, so obviously I was born in Pakistan, in Lahore, and I was 10 when I came here. I started playing cricket, in the streets of Lahore and stuff with all the friends, cousins, with my family at age of 4.
Yeah.
With table cricket and stuff. And then when I came here as 10-year-old, I started playing for a club, Wickham House Cricket Club, down in London, in Osterley. So I was playing that, and then obviously the reason why we came here, obviously, because my father came here to do a PhD in physics. He was in nuclear atomic energy, so then he got the job here, so we stayed here. And then I was, did my GCSEs, did my A levels, and I was studying law. I was in my law 30 in law degree when I went for trials for Worcestershire. So I've never played any county age group cricket.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah,
Magnificent.
yeah.
I never knew that.
No. So
You kept that quiet.
yeah. So I never played any county age group cricket at all. So I was 20, and then one of my mates told me to just give trial out for Worcester or for a county. So I happened to trial out for Worcester, and thankfully over there I managed to obtain a professional contract on the same net. To be honest with you, so yeah, it was great. So I was a seamer. So on that particular day, I decided to bowl spin, and worked. So that worked out quite nicely for me.
So did you do any spin practice before you? I mean, this interview is going in a different direction now.
Yeah.
So look, I mean, I've played cricket as well. I've played a bit of pro cricket, but I'm just trying to figure out. This is amazing. You turn up to a net,
Yeah.
right? You're a seamer, but you decide to bowl some spin. Sorry about that. That was me. You decide to bowl some spin,
Yeah.
and I've seen you bowl off spin. You're a wonderful spinner, but how does that happen? How do you make that transition?
I mean, like, so look, so when we, so I remember picking my mate up in the morning, and then like 5 o'clock in the morning. So we never left London before. I remember at that time we used to be like a to Z maps and stuff. So I didn't know there was straight motorway from London to Evesham. So we came there. I was very tired. Obviously in the morning when we came, we're driving through these snowy, hilly roads and stuff through Oxford. Go to Evesham, and we had a little nap, and when I went in there, and then I just bowled off spin. So obviously we used to play in with table cricket, bowling, learning all these tricks.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I decided to bowl for the first time in at Worcester Trials, bowling at Vikram Solanki and Graham Hick, and Bumpy Rhodes. And obviously Tom Moody liked my bowling, and he goes to me, would you come next week for the training session and stuff, and then play an internal match? I said absolutely, and then he offered me a contract.
I can't believe it. I'm absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Seriously, you've actually thrown me. And how? Sorry, did you say 3-year contract?
Yeah, no. So they give you a year contract. So in that same year, I happened to play against the South Africa. Made my debut against Glamorgan, and also then in the final, I took 7 wickets against Northamptonshire. We won the championship, and then my name came in the National Academy with the likes of Kadir Ali, Sajid Mahmood, Bilal Shafad. We were the four Asian Pakistanis got selected for the National Academy at Loughborough. So before the National Academy used to be in Australia, but this is the first time they launched it in Loughborough in 2003. So we were the first intakes, with the likes of Peterson, Pryor, Lum, Simon Jones, and all those boys. Kabir Ali came on tour as well.
How old were you?
I was 20.
20 years old. I mean,
Yeah,
so 1 minute you're playing,
club cricket.
club cricket,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you decide to go for a trial because your friend said so.
yeah,
You're a seamer.
yeah.
You've got some skills because you've been playing this table cricket on,
Table
spin,
cricket, yeah.
and you turn up to a net. You're bowling at Vikram Solanki, who's an England player.
Yeah, on a
You're
on a flat one in Evesham, yeah.
Yeah, you're bowling at Hick, who's probably one of the best first class cricketers I've had in this country, and then you play an internal game.
Mm.
You end up getting a professional contract for 3 years.
Yeah, I think I took 3 wickets for like 20 runs in 10 overs, and Ben Smith was the captain at that time for Worcestershire. He wrote even in the newspaper that I was pretty decent, so that was very nice of him. So yeah, it was a great experience for me, from literally playing a club cricket down in Middlesex to straight into playing a professional cricket, and being in a same, like making my debut against South Africa as well on one day, where I got Graham Smith out, and then going on to the to England A or England Lions tour.
Do you know what? That's it. That's remarkable. And
Mm.
a 20-year-old. I mean, you're in a changing room with all these kind of high quality cricketers,
Yeah.
right? What's going through your head?
Uh, I mean, look. Obviously, Graham Hick. When you were in Pakistan, when you were watching the 1992 World Cup, and I came to England in 1993. So watching him playing against Pakistan at that time, and then having to share the room with him, uh, was unbelievable experience for me. And I remember that when Wazim Akram's, it was Wazim Akram's last year playing for Hampshire. So I was 12th man. So Worcester was playing against Hampshire. So he walked out of the changing room and sitting next to me, and I was just literally like starstruck. Obviously, he's my hero. Watching him in Pakistan in Gaddafi Stadium now, I'm playing against him, or he's sitting next to me, and then the way he spoke as well. How are you and stuff, Salam, and how are you, Beta and stuff, and where you from? I said from Lahore, because his brother used to come to our house. So mentioned that, I still remember that on a piece of paper. He goes to me, go and get a pen and paper, and then he wrote his phone number on his piece of paper. For me, that was unbelievable experience for me.
I can't believe it. I mean, we've never had this kind of conversation before, but this is amazing and fascinating. Then all of a sudden, how long were you at Worcester then?
So I was Worcester for nearly 6 years.
6 years. Excellent, excellent. And were you living in Worcester at the time as well?
Yeah. So I came here from London, and then I was living in West Brom. Harsh Patel's. Harsh is, he was the captain of Old Hill at that time. So I was staying at his house. Then I moved to Worcester. So I was living in Cabby's house, Kabir Ali's house in Worcester.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And
And actually, not to mention that, so Vikram Solanki was the first person who gave me this opportunity to stay at his place in Worcester. It was amazing. So obviously he kept me in his under his wing for a year. So that was a great experience for me. I learned a lot from him.
you would have done. But when you were at Worcester, were you soul and soul just a spinner, or were you involved with the bat?
Yeah, batting as well. So I bat as well. So I was batting for if I was batting for second team cricket, then I was batting at 6 or 7. Yeah. So
Excellent.
club cricket wise, I bat 3.
And which clubs did you play for? You mentioned Old. Did you play for Old
I
Hill?
played Old Hill for 3 years. I played Hellzoyne for 1 year, 1 year for Wolverhampton, and I played 2 years for West Brom Dartmouth.
My God, you've got so much experience of the Birmingham League as well, haven't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Amazing. And then, so what happens then? You're at Worcester for 6 years.
yeah,
You were performing,
yeah.
and then
I think for me was the biggest thing for me was that I'll say that to a lot of players that if you are a county or if you are in an organization where you see that you got players who play for England and stuff. So, and say for example like spinners like Gareth Batty and Ray Price who were the Test match number one bowler in the world. Ray Price for that particular time. You have to move. You get an opportunity to play a different county like Essex and Hampshire offers you a contract and stuff. But then that was my biggest regret in terms of cricketing wise that I didn't move. I didn't make the move because I was so used to playing with friends and stuff.
yeah.
You're getting paid as a professional, and then second team cricket you captain as well. So and academy wise as well. So then you gotta make the move. You gotta make the right move. So it happened same time when I was working as well, where I was working for Worcestershire as a high performance coach. But then Warwickshire job came, so I applied for Warwickshire. Then I didn't think twice of moving. Not just that, obviously I love Worcester. Obviously played there and worked there as well. So that's very very dear and close to my heart because they're the one who gave me the opportunity to be sitting here in front of you. And then after that, when that opportunity arises to go to Warwickshire, I took it with both hands.
Did you go to Warwickshire as a player,
No, as a coach.
as a coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
the history repeats itself. So I was in the same dilemma as where I was playing wise.
yeah.
But then obviously when it came to professionally as a coaching my job wise, then I didn't think twice of moving to Warwickshire.
Okay. So when you finished at Worcester,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So you were there 6 years.
Yeah.
What did you not try for?
No. So I didn't play for 2 years. Obviously, I got injured. So I had a very bad injury on my left leg where I didn't play for 2 years. Then I went on to play for Northamptonshire for 3 years. So David Keppel gave me an opportunity. Got a few wickets for the second team for Northamptonshire, and then he offered me a contract, so which was great. And then obviously at that time for Northamptonshire we had like say 6 or 7 Kolpak players.
Yeah.
It was very difficult. I mean, there were more Kolpak players than actually English players playing in
And
that.
how old are you then?
I was 20, 20. I was 28 at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28. So I
And
didn't play for 2 years. So
uh,
yeah, 28.
so what was going through your mind with that injury and 2 years out the game? What was going through your head?
Nothing. Just just keep working hard as well. The thing with me is that my I have a I have a very strong belief in my self belief, and
Yeah.
obviously I'm very confident in my own ability to be able to overcome any hiccups or any hurdles that comes along the way. So yeah, I just carried on with daily routine and stuff. And I remember at that time I started working for NatWest Bank, so I was in Southall. So I did 2 years there. So I became I worked in a accounts department for 2 years over there. I knew one of my friend told me there's a job there, so I applied. So I worked there, so gained a lot of experience there. Then I went to Northamptonshire after that.
So you try in that 2 years while you were recovering, you were trying to get fit,
Yeah, so I was
and
working for NatWest Bank in Southall. Yeah.
you know what that kind of tells me about you is you had a lot of desire to get back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. So this is what I've been doing all my life, and it's a journey in terms of transforming from from playing professional cricket into my coaching now.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the transition
Mm.
for yourself, with the coaching.
Mm.
Um, you're at Northamptonshire.
Yeah,
You're there for 3 years, did you
yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
You got all these cold pack players around you, which
Mm.
which is going to make life very, very difficult.
Mm.
Is coaching going through your mind at the moment? This is the
Yeah,
route
yeah.
I want to
So
take.
yeah, yeah. So look. So then I was still coaching like one to ones. People wanted to learn spin and batting. So I was doing that a lot that in London. And then obviously once I started doing that, then I realized at that point that playing here obviously it's quite difficult. Obviously being around so many qualified players is quite difficult. So I decided to take a route going into coaching. So effectively, my mindset as a player transferred into my coaching, which is obviously built my own philosophy in terms of how I want to coach, how I want to help young spinners or young batters, coming through the ranks through club cricket into county cricket, and effectively having seen Tom Moody, you know, uh, all these England coaches. Rodney Marsh was my England A coach, and he was our academy coach as well, to see how they operate and those kind of learning small little things that taking from here, from there, from other coaches, and trying to build my own philosophy. So that helped me quite a lot in terms of how these guys operate. So I carried on with that.
Shaftab, with the grace of God Almighty, you've been around some high quality people,
Yeah.
right? That's going to build a character, isn't it? When you're with these winners.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you gotta have a winning mindset to be able to go forward. When you don't hold back in your own ability, then you go far. I mean, if you look at the greats of it, what's the difference between like a normal player and their player? Is their mindset, is how effective they are. Acknowledging there are other they could be downslide, but they don't stay there for long, but they keep going up and up and trying to achieve their goals and their dreams. So it's just all about working hard.
Um, you are level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Guys, just a quick one. If you've got any questions for Shaftab, the phone numbers are 01902 972 01902 or you can WhatsApp on 07 440 420 432. Let me say that number again: 07 440 420 432 420 432. So please text, ring, and we'll be more than happy to take your calls. Um, Shaftab, just getting back to yourself. Did you? I mean, when I came into coaching, at that time, I started off with a level 2. I
Yeah.
mean, this was God knows, I think it's about 20 years ago. Is that the route that you had to take as well? Similar route.
Yeah. So level 2, level 3, and then obviously alhamdulillah level 4.
Okay, so for people out there who are aspiring to be a Shaftab Khalid in the future, with regards to coaching, how do you get on to get a level 3 and level 4? Because what I need to tell the people out there listening is that the level 4, it's a very high qualification within the cricketing world. It's like your PhD, isn't it? In your normal everyday kind of field.
Mm.
So how do you go from level? Can you, in for 5 minutes, explain how you go from level 2 to a level 3 to a level 4?
Yeah. So level 2 I did a very long time ago, and then level 3 I did it in 2018. I did it, and then yeah, it's quite a significant change
Yeah.
from level 2 to level 3, where they talk a lot about biomechanics and leadership and about your philosophy. You learn a lot about your philosophy. They speak a lot about that psychology as well. So these are the key elements that they speak about, and then to get onto level 4, you have to be a level 3 coach for over a year and working with elite environment. For county players and any international players who we work with. So and then from there on you apply for level 4, which is very very difficult to get onto, because you have a panel of ECB officials who takes an interview, and it's quite tough. So I didn't get on it first time because I was in Spain, I remember, and then I had to give an interview. I wasn't ready for it, and then they say apply next year, which I did, and then obviously I learned a lot. I revised for the exams, what kind of question they potentially ask, and then to be able to pass those exams was very satisfying for me. And I still remember going on to the level 3 examination at Loughborough, where they put, like, say, two pictures in front of you, and say what you have to do, like describe Peterson and Shivraj Chandrapur, and obviously the stance. What can you see from the visual,
Yeah.
and elaborate on that. So those are small little things that you need to understand as to, if you ask these questions, how you're going to answer this. Terminology is extremely important. You can't just fluff around and stuff like that, but you have to be very precise as with your answers, and be able to hold your own in front of those very qualified, experienced interviewees.
Yeah, I think from what you're saying, it happens. It's like the level 4 is like a job interview. You
No.
go there, you might not get the job the first time, but you learn, don't you? So when you come back again,
Hmm.
you're in a better frame of mind on how to deal with it. Because it's like, you're going into university. You've just done the level 3, which is your masters,
Hmm.
and then you're trying to get onto the PhD. You're not going to get it, are you? They're going to make it hard for you. So you go through a very strenuous process to get onto the level 4, and then once you get on there, it's quite satisfying. How long is the level 3? How long does it take?
No, level 3 is for a year.
Yeah.
You do it in the same year, but level 2 is for 2 years.
Okay.
But it'll take longer than 2 years, because thing is, once you pass once you do your theory, once you do your practical, then you have to hand in an assignment. So on a particular coach that you're working with. So I've done it on lead. I've done it as a head coach
Yeah.
and a skill set of spin. So I've done it in that way.
Can you share who you kind of were looking at, or was that?
So I worked very closely with Tazim Ali.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yes,
the
leg
very
spinner.
talented leg spinner from Warwickshire.
Warwickshire, yeah. So I
Yeah.
worked with him for over a year when I got the job for the Warwickshire. So worked very closely with him, and to see how well he's progressed through those times to then gone on to England under 19s World Cup.
Yeah.
He was a leading wicket. I think he's a leading wicket taker for the England under 19s in the history as being on a tour.
He took 7 in one game against Zimbabwe, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he was unbelievable. Obviously, he's done very well.
He has. He has. Do you know what? I'm not going to put you on the spot, yeah, and you don't have to answer this, but I'm surprised that Warwickshire haven't given him a contract.
I mean, like, wow.
You don't listen. You're still in the game, so you don't have to answer that. That's me.
Yeah.
If you want to say something, you say it, but remember, don't jeopardize. Don't jeopardize anything. But
No, I think, look, so Taz has got a lot of potential, and
Yeah.
he's still learning and developing his skills. I think this guy will go far in terms of
inshallah,
for England A and England Lions, and he can potentially play England. So he's got a lot of potential, a lot of character, and he's a wicket taker, which is what you need as a spinner. So and he take wickets on anywhere, and he clearly showed that while being with England under 19. So there's plenty of options that could potentially arise from him.
well, I hope so because I've spoke to his dad a few times. I don't know his dad well, but he's a nice, pleasant man.
Very nice man.
Very nice man, and I felt that after the England under 19 World Cup, I felt that he'd done enough to get a contract because a lot of those lads who were in the England under 19 setup, they actually did get contracts. So I wish him luck. I know you've done a lot of work with him. I'll tell you something else as well. Davina Perrin, who I know really well,
Yeah.
she really, really likes you and she really rates you. And I think you did a bit of work with her as well, didn't you? And she
For
felt,
Sparks, yeah.
yeah, for Sparks. And, you did help her. And I think when you moved down south again, right? She was one of the few who was quite upset to see you go because she felt you know helped her quite a lot. I mean, what do you want to share anything?
Yeah, I thought she's a brilliant cricketer.
Yeah,
She's got a lot of energy, a lot of talent, and that clearly shows in her skill set. So obviously, when I saw her bowl leg spin, and I know she bowls seam as well, and she bats, and she's a gun fielder. So when I saw her ball spin, she had so much energy on the ball. It was unbelievable. So I just said, look, what do you think about this? And she took it on board, and the way she bowled in that net session was unbelievable. So
yeah, she did.
yeah,
She mentioned that.
so I would like to thank her for showing great you know saying some nice things about me. So I
No, no,
really
she
appreciate
did.
that.
She showed a lot of love.
Mm.
She's a very humble person.
Mm.
She spoke to me at length because I've done a lot of work with her in the past, and she's a professional cricketer now. And then she came over to you guys, and I think you did some work with her a few times, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. But what I've seen with you is you're very the people that you work with, they like you. You
Yeah.
know what? It's a silly question, right? But what is this about Shaftab? I mean, I know you got a lovely smile. I've always told you this, yeah, mashallah, yeah. But what is it about Shaftab that people, the young people, boys, girls, men, women, they actually, respond to you,
Mm.
and they want to work with you, and they want to improve with you. What sets you out?
I think look so. I thought of that quite hard as well myself as well. Obviously, I know Faisal Shahid very well, a very good friend of mine. I've known him for so many years, and he always guides me and tells me positive stuff about me, which I've learned over the years. It's just that I think because I see myself as uh, went through the journey on my own from day one. I've
Yeah.
never, no one actually helped me to say, or I go from A to B in county wise. So I've learned that myself how to get from there to there.
Yeah.
And then being in there, then obviously coaching wise as well, getting to going for jobs. I remember I used to travel 3 hours to work at Worcester,
Yeah.
and go back on the same night. So 3 hours, and that used to take me about say 6 hours, 3 hours working, 2 hours traveling, and
I
2 hours
remember
home.
that.
Yeah, so I used to go back, and then used to get paid. I used to spend more money on petrol than actually getting paid for the job. So just and trying to relate that kind of stuff, all the experience and the hard work that I've been through, I can understand what the players are actually coming through, go through the similar vein, similar pathways, just to help them, give them positive mindset, give them confidence, and just speak to them having self belief, speaking a lot about self belief in their own ability to be able to push through. So this is the reason why I'm able to interact quite closely with all the players, whether it's a young player to the first team or international player. So I'm happy to be in that environment without feeling out of place.
Do you
To be
know?
honest
Do
with
you
you.
know what I've seen with one of your big skills? I'm not sure if anybody's told you, but regardless of whether you're coaching an elite player or whether you're coaching a non-elite player, you treat them the same.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen that. I've
Yeah.
seen that personally, and I've watched you. Why do you do that? I mean, one's an elite player and one isn't. So why not treat them differently?
I think you need to understand that everyone has a different ability, and not everyone is, Sachin or Lara or Shoaib Akhtar or Wazim Akram. So
Absolutely.
you gotta treat them, and the biggest thing is respect. Gaining their respect is the biggest thing for me, and gaining their trust. So, and then you coach them in that particular way, exactly what they want to work on, and how I can make that person the best they can be for that particular environment, rather than all put them in the same basket as he wants to be England player. Because no, look, not many people become England player or a first class cricketer. There's only 3% becomes first class cricketers, and there's only 1% or half a percent out of that go on to play for England. So you need to understand people's ability, their talent, and their skill set, and then you work accordingly. You got to adapt yourself. So I'm very adaptable in any environment that I go through, whether it's male dominant or female dominant.
Yeah, and I've seen that because when you work with Dav,
Yeah.
you didn't look at her like to say, oh, she's a female,
Mm.
and she's not as good as the males. You treated her like every equal.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
have to.
yeah, and she appreciated that
Yeah.
because I do the same when I coach. Boys and girls. I don't say, oh, that's a boy and he's stronger than her because she's a girl.
Mm.
I treat him the same, and I think that's why I get so much response. But but you do that as well, and
Yeah.
and that's been evident.
Mm.
But there's coaches out there who don't. I've seen coaches who they don't want to work with the girls because they don't feel the girls' cricket is as good as the boys. But you know you don't know what's going to happen in the next 10, 15, 20 years with the way cricket is going with the female side of things.
I mean, look, so women's cricket is growing rapidly.
Massively, isn't it?
Yeah, the ECB invested a lot of money into it. So, you got to treat them as professionals, obviously, which they have become professionals now. And they're working extremely hard to, achieve what they want to achieve in their own game. So, and there's a massive, massive opportunity for all the coaches to be involved with these young upcoming aspiring girls. So I was at Lords yesterday in the morning for Ealing Cricket Club,
Yeah.
and
Oh, by the way, congratulations on becoming the director of cricket at Ealing Cricket Club. Finish off what you were saying, but also can you talk about your role at Ealing? Because my God, it's a massive role, isn't it?
yeah, that is it's a massive organization. Yeah, so under 11s, under 13s, under 15 girls were in the finals are playing at Lords. It's a great experience for the girls. All the families are there, coaches are there, managers are there. They've done a fantastic job in getting these girls into the final. You see playing against other clubs. You have county players there. You have school players playing together and stuff, and to see the smile on the face and learning the art of playing indoor cricket was exceptional. Is to learn how to maneuver the ball and how to hit the ball, how to run between the wickets. Working along with your partner in running between the wicket, and just to see that how they were operating within the system inside the cage in a small environment, especially in the indoor center at Lords, was brilliant to see. And we won as well, so which is great. And in terms of my role at Ealing, yeah, I've been very fortunate enough to get that role. Obviously,
I
playing. Sorry, go on.
I think you're being a bit modest there. I think you're not fortunate. It's the right person for the right job, isn't it?
Yeah, so I remember when we used to play for Wickham House.
Do you know what? Can you just hold on?
Yeah.
This is somebody. You're gonna have to ring if you want to speak to Shaftab. You're gonna have to ring 01902 972 150. Yeah. Can you hear me? If you want to speak to Shaftab, you're gonna have to ring 01902 972 150 972 150, and then I'll have you I'll have you online. Can you do me a massive favor? Can you ring back in about 15 minutes, and then you can have 5-10 minutes with him? Is that okay? Thank you. Bye bye. Sorry, Shaftab, but that was somebody who wants to talk to you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a bit, but yeah, carry on because I think you're being very humble.
Yeah.
You're somebody who would do well in that role,
Mm.
and I think when you say fortunate, I think they're quite fortunate as well. Ealing
Yeah.
Cricket Club to get somebody like yourself.
Yeah, so I remember we used to play, as a coach for Wickham House Cricket Club, and then Ealing is a massive club. It's one of the biggest club in the country. So not
How many
just
teams have they got?
54 teams. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. They got their own franchise for the kids. It's a massive operation, and I was on AGM and I realized how big this place was.
Is it a multicultural club?
Yeah, multicultural club, huge, Asian community, black community as well, and obviously why everyone's mixed. It's amazing to see how it's in a hub of Ealing, right
Yeah.
next to Ealing station,
Yeah.
which is the train goes straight into London.
Ealing's beautiful, man. I
It's-
love Ealing.
Yeah, so it's you should come down.
Yeah,
This
I know. I
summer.
used to spend a lot of time there.
Yeah,
It's not far from Southall,
no,
is
it's
it?
not
Yeah.
Southall, yeah. So yeah, so it's been great venture so far. I've been there for a month because I was in Rwanda for MCC tour, came back on that 4th, and I was supposed to start on the 4th, and I landed and I went straight to the work. I was training with the first team. So it's a fantastic experience for me, and I'm really looking forward to get stuck in and do well for Ealing Cricket Club.
Listen, I'm glad you're doing it, not me, because how do you manage 54 teams? And also, you'll be playing in the ones as well, won't you?
No. So I'm still gonna play for Hitchin Cricket Club, my club in Hertfordshire, which I've been playing for past. This is my 11th year as a pro. So yes, it's been fantastic. That club is unbelievable as well.
How did you get on last year?
Yeah, we were third, so we should have won, but I think because of rain didn't help us in the last two games, so we should have won the league. But this year we're looking to win the league this year.
How did you perform?
Yeah, perform alright. So I've been performing well for past since I've been there. So it's going well. Yeah, still bowling, still batting, so it's going really well.
Listen, how old are you? You're still a young man.
You're still looking young.
How old are you now?
So 42.
42. I mean, I'm 55. I'm still playing.
Yeah, I know. You gotta play while you can.
Definitely, I agree with you, and you know why not? You know, it's a beautiful game, and I'll tell you what, you when you retire, there'll be a lot of years you won't be playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So take full advantage of it.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
Listen, guys, I've got Shaftab Khalid, ex-professional cricket player, level 4 coach. Look, we're going to go into a break in about 50 seconds. Please call 01902 972 150. That number again, 01902 972 150. Or WhatsApp on 07 440 420 432. That number again, 07 440 420 432. So we've got 30 seconds before we go into a break. I'm here with the wonderful Shaftab Khalid. A really excellent interview so far. I'm really enjoying it. There's so many things about Shaftab I didn't know until today. We're going to go into a break now in about 15 seconds, and that break will be for 5 minutes. When we come back, we're going to talk about a few other things, including food, Lahore, and all kinds of things. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Take care and God bless.
Eurofit Auto Centres, the leading MOT and service centres in West Midlands, are recruiting technicians, MOT testers and managers. There's a starting salary of £30,000 based on experience, and a minimum 5 years experience is necessary. For details, call Rashad at Eurofit Auto Centres on 01902 404045. That's Eurofit Auto Centres on 01902 404045.
Northern Gas Heating, celebrating 24 years of reliable heating and renewable energy solutions for your home. We have unbeatable offers on gas boilers, fully installed by our professional engineers. If your business or home is paying high electricity prices, call for a free Northern Gas Heating quote for cost-effective solar PV with battery storage. Visit northerngasheating.com or call 0800 083 1000.
Ramadan Kareem from Premier Tyres, suppliers of the tyres you can rely on for safe driving, as they're the only link between your vehicle and the road. And as well as leading tyre brands, Premier's your reliable go-to garage for servicing, spares, repairs and MOTs. Now available, Wolverhampton taxi plated cars for hire. Now Uber and Bolt ready, so you can run your business in confidence. For details, visit Premier Tyres, Crown Street, WV1 1PX. Call 01902 455 684 or visit premiertyreservices.com.
Experience the AK Windows difference. Visit our HQ at Economic House, Salisbury Street, Wolverhampton, WV3 OBG. Discover quality UPVC and aluminium windows, doors, roof lanterns, bifolding doors and composite doors in various styles. Offering glass and UPVC repairs too. With over 30 years of experience, AK Windows is your trusted choice for both trade and retail. For free quotations, call 01902 421 500 or visit akwindows.co.uk. Elevate your living with AK Windows. Precision, quality, satisfaction.
Midland Plastics and Plumbing Limited. your one-stop shop for home and bathrooms. A wide range of plumbing products and quality bathroom supplies in Wolverhampton. We supply underground drainage, guttering, roofing products, UPVC cladding, and much more to the trade and public. This Ramadan, we're offering 40% off all bathroom suites. Visit us online at midlandplasticsltd.co.uk or call us today on 01902 399 611. Or why not visit in-store at Moore Street South, Wolverhampton, WV2 3JN.
Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment. Suppliers of leading brands, Samsung, Sony, and Panasonic. We supply and fit all car audio systems, top brands, Kenwood, Bose, and we're an authorized supplier of Vibe product. Visit our store online at mubibase.co.uk and order today for next day delivery. Mubi Bass Electronics are proud sponsors of Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Call us today for a free quote on 01902 754 546 and quote Ramadan 20 for 10% off. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment.
Khan Builders offer a full range of building services, from major rebuilds to small projects, home improvements, kitchen fitting, plastering, bathroom fitting, extensions, and much more. We pride ourselves on providing a professional, caring, and high-quality service and always meet our customers' needs. Contact Khan Builders today on 07813 950 265 for a free quotation from Khan Builders. We've all spent a lot of time at home lately, and it's time to notice those carpets really need replacing. Let's be honest, we don't want to go from shop to shop, do we? Well, Perfect Carpets can save you the time and bring perfection to your floor. Over 1,000 high-quality styles and colours. Carpets start from only £3 per square yard. Rugs from £30. There's free measurements and free quotation with exclusive trade discounts to landlords and builders. You can't get any more perfect. Make your home with Perfect Carpets, the Black Country's biggest carpet store. Call us today on 01902 428 833 or visit us at 21 to 25 Snow Hill, Wolverhampton, WV2 4AD, and quote Ramadan Radio for 5% off your next order.
Quick Build Construction Limited offer a full range of building services, from major rebuilds to small projects, home improvements, kitchen fitting, plastering, bathroom fitting, extensions, and much more. We pride ourselves on providing a professional, caring, and high-quality service, and always meet our customers' needs. Contact Quick Build Construction today on 07813 950 265 for a free quotation from Quick Build Construction.
Do you have a family member that's passed away and you would like someone to assist you in legal advice? Kenneth Jones Solicitors has been providing legal services for businesses and individuals since 1986. We specialise in probate, Islamic wills and family law. We also offer services in conveyancing, immigration and personal injury. Contact us today on 01902 745 773 or visit us on our website at kenneth-jones.co.uk.
Just say hello. Hello. Again?
Hello.
Yeah, that's it. Assalamu alaikum. This is Zahid Shah at Drive Time with the wonderful Shaftab Khalid. We've unfortunately we've got only 12 minutes on this section, and I'm hoping that I am waiting for one call from by Jazz, because he wants to ring in and have a chat with Shaftab. Shaftab, before we get any calls, you produced a lot of county cricketers, right? And some of them got into the game as a professional. You don't have to mention names because of confidentiality, but you have worked with a lot. And the gentleman who's going to ring in, I'm not going to spoil his thunder, but you've helped his son as well, who's now gained a place in the Derby Academy, a very fine young leg spinner. You have produced a lot of fine cricketers. You have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I work with a lot of talented players, and talented one thing where you can take you to one place, but then your skill set takes over. You got to keep improving your skills to be able to go to the next stage. So the people who I particularly work with have gained a lot of improved their skills, and then they are able to get the contract. So and they perform really well, and it's the consistency factor which they have within themselves to be able to help them push them and achieve their dreams.
Yeah, and you know, again, is there any players that you've got in mind that you don't have to mention names, but is there some players that you're sticking out, thinking, I think this guy's going to go all the way, or this girl's going to go all the way? I mean, we've mentioned Davina. She's, God forgive, but she should go all the way. Playing.
Davina should go all the way. I was working for I'm still working with Rajasthan Royals Academy in London, so I'm the director of cricket. So there's a couple of girls came from Surrey as well. I think they got a lot of potential, and I think one particular girl, September Pierce, who I work quite closely with in for the Rajasthan Royals, I think she's got potential to play for England. So and there's a couple of other guys like look, I mentioned Tazim Ali before. I mentioned Theo Wiley is there as well. Hamza Sheikh and these kind of players, and then I would say one other guy I worked quite close with for over years while from Worcester till here. It was Haris Ijaz, and also they're not brothers, but there's another guy called Abdullah Ijaz, and look, not to obviously you taking my interview as well. I think your son. Zach got a lot of very highly talented player, a leg spinner.
Yeah.
And I think obviously seeing him at Saka as well at that time when I was working for Saka, I'm still working as one of the coach, just helping out. Obviously being in a full time role at somewhere else. That when he came at Saka, I thought he done exceptionally well, and I still remember the day he was at Gloucestershire, where Gloucester's second team coach was there, and the way he bowled in front of everyone was outstanding. And I think seeing him now in the winter, just a couple of weeks back, is that obviously he's bulked up. He looks much stronger, much fitter.
Yeah.
And with his consistency, he's been exceptional. What I've seen of him recently. So look, there's so many decent players. It's a matter of time when they shine and when they're able to get something which they truly deserve.
Something that you and I've been talking about is the concept of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes, regardless what you want, and it doesn't matter how much ability you have, sometimes the Lord has His own plan and maybe His own time where He's going to allow you to do something. It might not necessarily be cricket, So sometimes we as Muslims, we need to look at that as well. Keep working hard.
Yeah.
But hopefully, inshallah, things can happen. Things can happen in the future. But listen, I want to talk about Lahore now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't mind if we speak a bit of Punjabi as well. ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ Punjabi Azad Kashmiri, they'll all be listening in. So Lahore, when was the last time you went to Lahore? ਕਦੋਂ ਗਏ ਸੀ Lahore?
Lahore ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਤੇ ਦੇਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਕਾਫੀ 4 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਮਗਰ ਹੋਪਫੁਲੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਸਤੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ
ਤੇ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਮਿਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਹੈ
ਲਾਹੌਰ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਵਾਕਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਿਆ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ 2-3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਖੇਡਿਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆਇਆ ਯਾਰ
ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਸਿਟੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮਲਟੀ ਕਲਚਰਲ ਹੀ ਹੈ
ਬਹੁਤ ਮਲਟੀ ਕਲਚਰਲ
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਦਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਮਸਜਿਦ ਵੇਖੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ
ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਵਾਜ਼ ਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ਹਬਾਜ਼ ਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਅਤੇ ਨੂਨ ਲੀਗ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ ਪੁੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੇ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਤੇ ਮਗਰ ਅਜੇ ਬੜੀ ਬੜੀ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ
ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਣੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਨਾ
ਹਾਂ
ਖਾਣੇ ਦੀ what's your favorite ਸਹਿਰੀ ਦੱਸੋ
ਨਹੀਂ I love ਨਿਹਾਰੀ
ਨਿਆਰੀ yeah you
ਨਿਹਾਰੀ
can't beat it can you
ਹਾਂ ਨਿਹਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਜੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਟਿੱਕੇ ਕਬਾਬ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਤੇ ਰੋਗਨੀ ਨਾਨ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ ਠੰਡ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਵੜ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੂਪ ਪੀਓ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
ਤੇ it's amazing city it's for everyone to be honest with you
so what's your favorite all time Lahori dish
Lahori dish I love like rice food you know pulao ho gaya and biryanis and all that kind of stuff but nihari is I love nihari
yeah
naan hone chahiye keeme wale naan
oh man
I remember when we were
you're making my mouth water man
yeah I remember when we were young and then
yeah
it used to rain. You know when it rains heavy.
Yeah, it does.
And then I remember when we were there, when we didn't come to England at that time, and we used to. I remember mom used to say to me, "Just go and get besan. You know besan and naan pakode from the tali on the garam garam." So you just walk out in the and the roads are flooded. You get into get through the water, and then get the stuff and bring it home. It's unbelievable. So look, it's become such a you know. That city has become unbelievable, especially the kind of work which they've done over there. You know, developing the city,
yeah.
And you know, obviously, it's a brilliant place to be.
Do you know, Jadi, meri soch hai, Lahore should be the capital of Pakistan.
जी क्योंकि होते ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਵੱਡੇ ਨੇ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
and you know they enjoy it. It's a great life to be in Lahore.
ਯਾਰਾ ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਲਾਹੌਰ
ਜੀ
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਰੇਲਵੇ ਖੇਡ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਂ all these years ago
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੇਲਵੇ ਖੇਡੇ ਹੋ
ਖੇਡਿਆ ਉੱਥੇ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਹੌਰ
ਜੀ
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਥੋੜੀ ਕਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ ਸਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਯੂ ਨੋ ਗਰੀ ਸ਼ਾਹ
ਗੜੀ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ
ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ
ਫਾਟਕ ਵੀ ਹੈ
ਉੱਥੇ ਨਾਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਸਾਂ ਕਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ
ਹਾਂ
ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਸਨ ਨਾ ਲੋਕਲ they would come they would take me to the grounds they used to pick me up I'm from England and there's so much love they showed me
hospitality is
the hospitality there was awesome
I mean Indian
phenomenal
Indian cricket team and they always speak about how hospitable the crowd was the people were in Lahore and not just in Lahore but in Pakistan how hospitable people are so
I would say that even though I'm from you know my mom family where dad's side is Azad Kashmir mom Rawalpindi we spent a lot of time in Rawalpindi I don't think I've been to Karachi as well I don't think I've seen the hospitality anywhere in Pakistan compared to Lahore seriously
it's a fantastic place. I think it's a very touristy place.
It is.
And now, especially the infrastructure, the development, the transport, the you know, the shops, the shopping, the food. Food is everywhere there. So food is unbelievable. There's no match.
There's no match.
There's no match when it comes to food. But the shopping-wise, the cafes, it's become like a Europe. So if you go all these cricketers and sports people and you know their you know showbiz and of actors, dramas and everything. They're all hanging around in all these cafes. It's very extravagant place, and if you got money, it's the best place to be.
It is, and I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah.
Just going slightly off topic a little bit of Lahore. I've been watching. I watch. You know, me and my wife. The only time we get chance to spend some quality time is watch Pakistani dramas. I've been watching this drama called Khai at the moment.
Khai.
Yeah. No, it's a sort of a Patani type drama.
Yeah.
There's some issues going on there, and you know it's fascinating. Are you doing anything like that? Do you watch these dramas?
Yeah, I watch a lot of drama. So we watch what we're watching at the moment is Abdullah Purka Devdas.
Okay.
You gotta watch it. It's amazing drama.
What episode are you on at the moment?
I'm on 6, so he comes every Friday, so it's amazing. I look forward to seeing this. I love Pakistani dramas.
They're brilliant, aren't
and
they?
I've seen the other one just recently started yesterday, so I've already watched about 5-6 episodes within like just overnight. It's so addictive. And you know the good thing about Pakistani drama is that it's very realistic. Very realistic and it finishes you know early rather than kabhi saas bhi bahu thi jo abhi bhi chal raha.
Yeah.
So you know it's amazing. It's wonderful dramas. especially Pakistani drummers.
No, definitely, without a doubt. But listen, Shaftab, you're not going to believe this. It's we've got 40 odd seconds, and I'm going to leave the last, say 30 seconds off the 40 for you to just give your top 3 things about Shaftab.
Top 3 things. Look, I love sports. I spend a lot of time with family, and I travel a lot with this wonderful profession I've been. So I've been very lucky to be able to explore the countries, the culture, the people, and just embrace everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us. And yeah, there is ups and downs in your life, but you gotta keep moving.
Guys, thank you very much for listening to myself and Shaftab, and hopefully have a nice Saturday and pray for me and his family. God bless. Assalamu alaikum.